y'all, welcome back. So I hope everyone's having a wonderful day so far. My day is going great. So I have coconut water with a little key lime in it, and then I had a little bit of I don't want that cactus to get me, the Nesut Nectar before I started drinking this. So I'm doing like a half mil, ingesting about a half mil of it one time per day. It says that you can use it twice per day, but I'm sort of just easing into it because y'all, I have been having some really amazing results with this, and I really want to just ease into it and take it slow because I definitely feel like even bumping up from like a half mil to a mil and or taking this twice per day would really be a big shift that I might not be ready for yet. So I have the Nesut Nectar. I moved it to my windowsill. It's here. It's been really working a lot with me as far as dreams, and so I have my little celestite, have it sitting here and letting it charge a little bit in the sunlight. One of KT's videos that I watched, he said that it really goes beyond your vision, your physical vision, and the Nesut Nectar begins to affect your sight. And I just kind of took that as, you know, okay, he's being mystical, he's selling his products, maybe there's a little something to it, but let me tell you, there's really something to that. This is like powerful. It's really a powerful, potent, beautiful substance, and I don't want to share too much, but I am going to tell you how it's been affecting me. And the reason I don't want to share too much, I feel like this is the type of thing that it's important to be very vague about it so that you can have your individual experience. The communication from the honey is that it's very personal, it's secret, and it's sacred for individuals to have their personal individual experience with it. The Nesut Nectar is so powerful, and I didn't do a whole lot of preparation before using it, right? And by that, I mean, you know, I didn't do like intense fasting and meditation and all of this. I just was kind of doing the normal everyday things that I would do. If I have really prepared like that, the experience will probably be even greater than what I'm having now, because without me, you know, having fasted for a week and drank only water and all this kind of stuff that you think that you need to do to prepare for an experience like this, it's working. It's doing a job, a number on me, let me tell you. Today is now day 4. So tonight before bedtime will be my 4th time putting the honey in my eyes. It has gotten easier. Has it really gotten easier to put the honey in my eyes? Honestly, you know, it still stings. Now, knowing what to expect, like the first time I didn't know what to expect. I was a little nervous, a little giddy, definitely. You know, you guys probably see that on the first video, the day 1 video. And now it's just sort of like part of my nighttime routine, right? I really look forward to rewinding back to the beginning. So I showed you guys day 1, that first night when I put the drops into my eyes for the first time. That night I slept really well. I was curious about if I would have a lot of like discharge and crusties from my eyes and things like that, and I didn't. When I woke up in the morning, I had like a pretty significant size little crust in this eye, and if you remember, I had been feeling something in that eye anyway, like that entire day before I used the nectar. And so I thought, well, that's probably it, just like flushed out whatever was there. And then around this eye, there was a little like residue, like little flakes around my eye. And I know that I had, washed my face and everything after. So I just chalked it up to like, maybe that was just some residual honey that just made its way out of my eye. But when I looked at it, you know, of course the honey is that amber color, and it was like whitish stuff that was coming out of my eyes. So I had that, nothing too dramatic. You know, a lot of times when we think about detoxing and cleansing, I was wondering if I was going to wake up with like my eyes completely crusted over and things like that. Nothing like that happened so far. But I definitely will let you know if something like that does happen. Now, with the nectar, you guys kind of see in the day 1 video, I'm looking around and I felt like I just had more visual acuity. Like, and this is coming from a point where I've been feeling a lot of eye strain. I was squinting a lot. Everything was blurry, right? I caught myself, and I wasn't conscious of it. I was cleaning around my light switches and with a Q-tip. And I saw like dust that had formed there right around there. And it occurred to me that that had probably been there or had been accumulating for the past 2 years, and I just hadn't noticed it. And then as it was happening, I was like, wait a minute, I haven't been seeing that, like it's visually something's happening, right? It definitely, there was some clarity happening with my vision. And I've heard KT describe it as, or compare it to, the effect that you get from taking. I'm not exactly sure if you can't say this word on YouTube, but I was seeing the videos that I watched with KT, he didn't say the word, so I'm going to use a prop. So I heard KT compare the nectar, what it does to your vision, to what happens when you are on these. And I definitely agree. But it's more sustained. Like for me with this, I noticed that at the beginning, right? I noticed like my senses, taste, hearing, smell, all of that in the beginning of the journey. And then things get wavy and it doesn't matter anymore, right? Or when I am using a little using these around like the 1 to 2 month point, where it's more sustained. I got that feeling from 1 dose of this. Okay, so hopefully we all understand each other. As I've been using the honey every day for the past 3 nights now before bed, yes, it definitely still stings, but it's worth it. The feeling with my eyes themselves, like each day, my eyes feel clean. And it was especially noticeable the first day, right? I was like, wow, my eyes just feel clean and fresh, like they've had a bath. Going back to my dreams, the honey, it affects your sight and not just your physical sight. And the first evidence I've been seeing of that is in my dreams. And the very first night that I took it, I had just a powerful lucid dream. Again, I'm not going to share too many details because some things are personal, but also I don't want to ruin the experience for someone else by oversharing. It was a very powerful lucid dream where I was able to move around and do things, and it was a lot was related to my vision, like my physical abilities with vision in that dream. Like I had basically almost like superpowers, but it wasn't a supernatural situation. It was like a sort of mundane situation, but I was able to like zoom in, like I was doing things like with my vision. I can hardly even explain it to you. Back to these guys, right? I'm the type of person, when I go to sleep with these, it's the kaleidoscope, all the good geometry, and I love it. With the nectar, it is a highly realistic, lucid dreaming on a level that I have never experienced before. I might even just edit out everything that I said before this and just say that. The improvement with my physical eyes, my vision, it has continued. It's pretty much like stable. I just notice little things. Like I don't have that feeling of my eyes being strained or painful anymore. I'm able to see things more clear. I think that my vision without the glasses right now is like slightly improved. And I've only used it 3 times, right? I'm really just enjoying it. It's like my eyes have kind of relaxed in a sense. You get like that little like wet goop that comes out or whatever, but there hasn't been there's nothing that's come out of my eye that I'm like, oh my God, that's, something green or something, like something green or something calcified or something that just looks like something very gross and like it's, that I'm glad to be rid of. You know what I mean? It just seems like kind of normal stuff, but it's definitely doing something. I know that the nectar is doing something because it's clearing my vision, and I'm also having more, and it could just be, like those everyday things, like, dust particles, dirt, whatever that will normally get into your eye. Let's say probably, you know, it might just maybe stay there. I think the nectar is helping my eyes to do what they are naturally intended to do, to like clear all of that stuff out. So last night I took the nectar for the third time, went to sleep. Again, my dreams were wild. I woke up, I was like, wow, you know, I'm so glad that I purchased this nectar. Got my day started, was moving around for the day and became overwhelmed. And I just had sort of an emotional release where I was just crying. I mean, weeping, racking sobs, an outpouring of emotion. And I feel like I really released some trauma. Again, I'm not going to literally tell you about that because it is personal. But it was a very lucid, very real experience. And guess what? And then I woke up for real. That's not something that happens to me every day. I'm not that type. I like my dream life is really lit. I love it. I'm one of those people who just like, I've always loved going to sleep because my dreams are lit. But off the nectar, wow. All I can say is wow. How long will I continue using the nectar? I think at this point I'm going to use it for at least 7 days. So today is Christmas Day, and I know most businesses are closed, so I'm not going to reach out to SoIonic today, and I probably won't do it tomorrow because I feel like that's just doing too much. Like, let them get back into the swing of things and open and everything. So probably like Wednesday I will reach out to them. But then at the 7-day mark, by the 7-day mark, I should have an answer as far as how long to continue using it. But I haven't had any adverse effects. I am not a medical doctor and I'm not giving anyone medical advice. I can't say to do this or not to do this. I can just say that for me personally, I've had no adverse effects. Everything has been positive, and I am personally looking forward to continuing to use it and seeing what happens. But so far, so good. What is next for me? Of course, ingest the honey. You can use it in your eyes. You can use it in your ears. And for women, we can use it in our yoni. And so I plan to do all of those things and let you guys know what my experience is with doing that. And I will definitely also come back and let you guys know what the answer is as far as the recommended time frame for using the honey. If anyone is watching this and you have used the honey, please let me know in the comments. I'm not just saying that just to get, you know, interaction on the video for the algorithm or whatever, but I would love to know that I'm not having this experience completely alone, or that I'm not exaggerating or having an experience that's not real. But I know it's real, and I know that there was a reason for KT not going into explicit details as far as exactly what happens on the spiritual level when you're working with this honey. And so I think that's about it. I'm signing off for now. I'll probably come back to you guys in about 3 more days once I hit the 1 week mark, just to let you know, give you another update, unless something really amazing happens again. But peace out.